green. Just trees, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Some kind of a house, maybe?
Mm-hmm. Let's get closer to that house and have a look at it.
It's white.
Mm-hmm.
It looks medieval, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
The roof is like a thatch, maybe?
Mm-hmm. Let's see if we can go inside and have a look.
Door is wooden.
Mm-hmm.
It's old. I can open it.
Mm-hmm. Let's see who lives in that house.
It's somebody, maybe a woman.
Mm-hmm. What does she look like?
She's middle-aged, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
It's wearing blue. Something blue.
Mm-hmm. What is she wearing?
It's like a blue shawl
Mm-hmm.
or something. There's something over her head. Like a hood, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It's brown color. Brown and blue.
Mm-hmm.
She's cooking, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It's a cast iron pot over flames.
Mm-hmm. So no stove?
I think it's a fireplace.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Let's see who else is there, if anybody else is there.
I get the impression of a child.
Mm-hmm.
It's 5 or 6, I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Both male or female?
It's a girl.
Mm-hmm. Does she have a name? What does the lady call her?
Elizabeth, I think.
Mm-hmm. Is that her mom?
The woman?
Mm-hmm.
I think so. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Do you see beds?
There are.
Mm-hmm. How many are there?
There's maybe 2. They're very primitive looking.
Mm-hmm.
It's straw or something. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. It's the mattress.
Mm-hmm.
It's, like I said, very primitive.
Mm-hmm.
It's cozy in there. I don't know.
What does this woman do for a living? How does she keep the house up?
I don't know. I think she just stays there and does things in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Cooks and
Mm-hmm.
cleans and that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Let's have a look at your body and see what you look like. Look down.
It's not very clear.
Okay. Do you see feet?
I want to say I'm barefoot.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm male.
Mm-hmm. How do you know this person that lives there?
I'm not sure. The name Elizabeth
Mm-hmm.
makes me emotional. I don't know why.
Mm-hmm. Let's move forward and find out what happens next with this scene.
It's the same. Nothing's really changed. It's still just in the house.
Is the lady still in there?
Yeah. She's doing something with a blanket. I'm not sure what she's doing with it. The girl is Elizabeth.
What is she doing?
She's playing. Just on the ground, playing with something. Primitive toys, I guess.
Let's close that scene and let's move forward to a time that greatly impacted you in some way in that lifetime. I'm going to count back from 3 to 1 and we'll be there. 3, 2, 1. We are now there. What does the scene look like now?
I'm not sure. I'm not seeing anything. It's just dark.
Let's bring some light into that room.
I think we're outside. It's a garden. We're
Beautiful.
doing growing things.
What kind of vegetables or fruit?
It's, potatoes. Things like I don't know, root vegetables.
Is it your job to keep up with the garden?
I do help. It seems that I am doing that. Fixing a fence, I think. There's a fence. Keep certain things out. Critters. It's a nice day. It's sunny.
What are you wearing when you garden?
I have very primitive clothes. It's like a brownish tan thing. It's rough. It's cotton. I believe it's a cotton. Like a shirt. And the trousers are similar material. Dark brown. I don't think I wear shoes.
Okay.
I walk around barefoot.
You do this alone, or does anybody help you?
The woman helps.
What does she call you?
Hearing Paul.
And how do you know her?
I think she's my wife.
Okay. So what's significant about this day in the garden? Does anything significant happen?
It's just peaceful.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have any cares or concerns. It's just happy.
Beautiful.
I think her name is Sarah.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the three of us.
Mm-hmm. Does a year come to mind? Does a number come to your mind?
17.
Mm-hmm.
Something. 17. '40s, 1740s. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Do you know what city this is in? Or country?
I'm not getting the city.
Okay.
It could be England, but I also heard Perth, but that's Australia.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, let's close that scene and move forward to another time in that life that greatly impacted you in some way. Be there now.
I want to say there's like a person in armor, but that doesn't make sense. Somebody in armor is there.
Okay.
I don't know why. He's some kind of like a knight, which is crazy. He has long blonde hair, and he seems serious about something.
Let's connect with him and see what he's there for.
Jonathan is his name. And I don't know.
What's he there for? Let's ask him.
Something to do with the land. Where we live. I think he owns it or something. And, I don't know why.
Let's connect with him and ask him. What's the message he has for you?
We need to pay more. Or we owe more or something. Like, I think we pay with what we grow or something.
And how do you feel about that?
Wasn't enough.
So what happens? You give him more?
We can't. There is no more.
So what does he do? What happens next?
I don't know. isn't happy.
Mm-hmm.
He's not happy about it. We have to work harder
Mm-hmm.
and grow more.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just potatoes or something that
Mm-hmm.
they want or he wants.
Let's find out if you end up giving him what he needs. Let's move forward and find out a resolution to this.
Time goes by, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
We do grow more.
Mm-hmm. Is he happy with that?
He seems to be.
Mm-hmm.
He takes some of it.
Mm-hmm.
And he is okay.
Is he being fair?
I think so. It's all we can give.
Mm-hmm.
It's all we can do.
Mm-hmm. We're going to close that scene now. And we're going to now move forward. Do you know the time in that life that impacted you in some way?
I think we get an animal. It's a sheep.
Mm-hmm.
It lifts the morale, I guess. We can make wool, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I guess milk. I don't know if
Mm-hmm.
that's a thing, but
Mm-hmm.
it seems to be possible.
So does this help your family more?
Yeah. It does. The wife is able to spin the wool.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful.
Make the things
Mm-hmm.
like that. And
Do you trade it with any of the townspeople? Where does this wool go?
I don't know. I'm seeing yarn and thread being used
Mm-hmm.
to make things that we use, and we can trade.
What do you get in return?
Tools. I don't know where we trade, but I know we have.
Mm-hmm.
It's I got an axe, and it's a useful tool for felling trees and
Mm-hmm.
making firewood and furniture, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm very good at this, making things.
Beautiful. Let's see a creation that you've created.
I am
Mm-hmm.
proud of the things I make.
Mm-hmm.
They are small things, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm good at this.
Beautiful. Okay, we're going to now move forward to the death scene. Let's be there now as an observer.
I'm very old,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm run down.
Mm-hmm.
My wife is there still. And I feel that my daughter Elizabeth is there. She is older, grown. Very proud of her. I'm content.
And how old do you think you are?
Seems to be 80, which is very old for this time. Yeah, 70s or 80s, somewhere in there. My body hurts and I'm ready to leave it. I've done all that I can for these people.
Beautiful. Okay, we're now going to go back up to that cloud we were on before. The one where you're safe and comfortable and protected. Once again, just let it absorb all of your weight. And it's now moving back in time and space to another time, another place where we can gather information. It is drifting and floating and drifting over the land and over the valleys. And we're now slowing down and stopping at the most appropriate time and place. And we're going to drift off the cloud back down to the surface. And as we get back down to the surface, let me know what you see down there below you.
I'm not seeing so much as feeling it.
What's the feeling?
Is a blue place. It's blue. And it's not. I don't think it's Earth. It's blue. Very blue.
Let's have a look around.
It's desolate, like a desert, but this bluish color everywhere.
Is there a sun? What's lighting it up?
There is something, but it's not the same color as here in Earth.
What color is it?
It seems to have a bluish purple color,
Beautiful.
which is weird to think about.
How does the temperature feel there?
Seems larger in the sky than our sun. It is comfortable temperature. I don't have a sense of what that would be in degrees, but the form that I have is comfortable there.
What does it look like if you were looking from above down at your body?
It's humanoid, I guess, but very spindly.
So long, skinny
lanky,
arms.
yes, skinny,
Mm-hmm.
long arms and forearms and thin, kind of a bluish purple color to it. Actually,
you have fingers.
They are. Seems to be 4 fingers, digits. 4 long. But
you have hair. What does your head look like?
There's no hair. It's kind of, I would say oval, but not oval. It's pointier at the bottom and larger at the top. And very weird. I'm not seeing this so much as feeling it. Getting an impression of this form, which is very different. There are eyes, I think, that are larger than human. But
let's see if we can find anyone else there.
I feel there are others like me, but they're not immediately available. There seems to be creatures that wander around like lizards. They look similar to what we have on this planet Earth. My hands are strange. They have the tips of the fingers are larger than the fingers themselves.
What do you use those for?
They are very sensitive to touch, and I can feel things on the ground, I guess. I don't know why.
Beautiful.
This is a thing that I do. But there is vegetation that I seem to consume. But it is fern-like. It's a weird place, I think. I don't see others like me, but they seem to be here.
Let's find some. Let's walk around or move however you move. How do you get to one place to the next?
We do walk. I'm being bombarded with many ideas about how the body walks, but I don't know which is correct. The idea of hopping, but not like a kangaroo, but I'm seeing that for some reason. But we move like something like this.
Let's find your family now. The beings that you know well. Be there now. Do they look just like you?
Difficult to say look because I have difficulty visualizing. I sense a smaller being like me is there, but they are different than I am.
How do you communicate with them? Do you talk, or is it telepathic?
We just know. We just. I guess it's telepathic. We just know what is expressed, and this being is not like me. It is visiting this place. It is like a gray. They look like this. I suppose they are.
See if we can connect with them and see why they're visiting there.
Yes,
What brings them there?
They are curious about this place.
What do they call this place?
And I don't know that why I heard Arcturus, but that does not make sense.
Trust what comes to you first.
Arcturus.
There
seems to be other planets, other places here with various life forms, not just one type. This being is curious about the diversity that is found.
Helping assist him in learning.
I think I am by just being what I am, which is unusual being to him, for he is so much different. I am probably less mentally advanced is what I would say. I'm more like an animal. I am intelligent and peaceful and have all that I need here. There is nothing I need.
Let's ask the being where they're from. Let's connect now telepathically and ask them.
I think he says Andromeda.
Okay.
But when you ask this, I get many things coming into my mind. Arcturus is serious. Andromeda. And something else. What is it? It is where the Greys are often known to be from. It is. Where is this? Where is this? don't know.
Let's find out what happens next. Do you show him other things? Do you show the being other things on this planet that he's interested in finding out about?
He wants to see what I eat.
Mm-hmm.
He does not need to do this. He seems to be self-sufficient in a different way. I am self-sufficient, but I show him vegetation that is fern-like, and I seem to eat this. But I am getting the impression I am like a kangaroo, but a little different, and he is watching and taking notes, so to speak. And I show him how I dig into this ground that's just sandy. And
how do you get it to grow? You use water.
These plants, I don't have to grow. I don't have to grow these things. They are there. And I use them. I think I dig for other things, but it could be like a water or something like this. I find it. I use it.
What about your home? What does that look like? The place where you reside or spend most of your time?
I am kidding. I do not have a home. I am home. Everywhere is home.
Okay.
This is where I live. I am a creature that does not need a home in that sense.
Are there any elements? Is there rain? Or?
This is something that happens here. We have rain that occurs here. It is not common. This is like a desert here. It is not completely barren. There is bodies of water, I suppose, and I find these things, and there is plants and creatures, little critters, and what you would call insects, I suppose. I do not believe that I bother these things. This being is curious about what I am doing here, but I don't think it's very interesting to him. He is more advanced in the technological sense. I don't know why.
Does he have anything to teach you? Does he want to help you in any way?
I don't think he can help me. I am not able to appreciate this technology. It is not needed here. We have no need for this. We we have what we need.
Beautiful.
I don't think I
Mm-hmm.
need him. He is curious to me, but
Mm-hmm.
I can understand what he is doing and what he is about
Mm-hmm.
in that sense.
Do you travel to any other star systems?
As this being that I am,
Correct.
not getting that. I can do that. I am not
Mm-hmm.
able to do this. I am stuck here as this creature that is primitive existence is what I am.
Mm.
I
Mm-hmm.
might wish to do this travel thing at some time, but I don't think I can
Okay.
in this form.
Let's move forward in that lifetime, in that form, to a time that greatly impacted you in some way there. Be there now.
There's something falling in it. There is fire,
Mm-hmm.
rocks. I think these are meteorite
Mm-hmm.
falling into from the sky. There are things falling. It's dangerous stuff that I must avoid. I have seen this before.
Mm-hmm.
There are places we can hide.
Are they underground?
This is like a cave.
Mm-hmm.
There are mountainous areas, and when I say we, I think we, meaning others like me,
Mm-hmm.
we go to these places and hide
Mm-hmm.
and wait for this to pass. It does pass, whatever this fiery
Mm-hmm.
material is.
Did it ruin any of the vegetation?
It does this, yes, it does this. And it is, I don't know why this happens. It is just
Mm-hmm.
a fact of this place. It happens here, and we hide, and then it will pass, and we come out and find food and the water, whatever this liquid is. I suppose it's water.
Mm-hmm.
And this happens. It breaks up the tedium, as you would
Mm-hmm.
say in this earth language. Tedium. It is tedium.
How old does one live on that planet? They die of old age, or another way?
I am hearing hundreds of what you call years.
Mm-hmm.
Hundreds of these.
Mm-hmm.
It is. Does not seem this long. Why do we leave? We leave. I'm hearing tedium again. Tedium is. You do not. There's not enough contrast. There is not enough change. You do not develop very much as a soul
I see.
in this place of blue and sand and meteors and visitors who are curious. I don't know how. I think we just leave. At some point we decide it's time.
Okay.
This is all I can see.
Well, now we're going to drift away from that life. We are now drifting and floating away from that life, leaving the person to continue on their journey, the being. They'll find peace, they'll find what they're supposed to find. We're leaving him there to continue on his own journey, where he'll find peace and find what he's supposed to find. We're leaving him there to continue on his own path. I want all the consciousness and personality of Mike to once again return to the body and fully integrate into the body. May I speak to Mike's subconscious, please?
Yes.
I have permission to speak to Mike's subconscious?
You do.
I respect the power of the subconscious because I know the subconscious takes care of Mike's body and does a very good job of it. I also know that the subconscious has the records of everything that has ever happened to Mike in this lifetime and all the other lifetimes he's ever lived. So I respect the power of the subconscious, and I always ask for permission to speak to it and ask questions. Do I have permission to ask questions?
You may ask.
I know the subconscious could have brought forth many different lifetimes for him to see today. Why did you choose these lifetimes? What did he need to learn from them?
Yes. There are more lives we could show. This life of tedium. He went on to become one of these more advanced beings that traveled with technology. You would call this space travel.
Beautiful.
He is very much into his technology. His body is emotional at this time because he knows. He knows.
What does he know?
He is not from here.
What's the main emotion he feels?
It is sadness. He doesn't like it. He doesn't like it here.
What doesn't he like about Earth?
He doesn't like Earth. It is hard for him. It is hard for him. He doesn't relate to this emotional rage.
So what emotions is he used to where he's from?
It is much more peaceful where he is from. Much like that life of tedium, it is flat. He is very peaceful and enjoys his work of exploration and developing technology. This is I'm very concerned in that life of this being of advanced technology.
So why did he choose to come to Earth at this time?
This form, his face is tingling. I don't know why. He is here. I will look. Wires. He is very loving being.
Mm-hmm.
He knows this.
Is he here to spread that here?
He is here to do this. But he doesn't know how.
Is he going to bring people into his life to
He
teach him how?
He is trying to do this. He has a lot of what you call pain in him. This is pain he has taken on from other lives and this life as well.
How many lifetimes has he lived here on this
I am
planet?
seeing less than 20, but it is not more than this. For you see, he doesn't wish to be here more than necessary. This is not his natural energy. He is either he is wise or very foolish or brave to do this. And now he knew the challenges of what it would be to come here. He accepted this because he is very, very loving being.
We thank him for his service here. We need it. Did he hear the call that Earth put out for help?
There is this. This is known in him. He is heard of this in his human consciousness. He knows of this. But, yes. He cannot speak of what he knows because people are not ready for it. They are afraid of this idea of other lives and energy and these things.
So how can he help them without scaring them away?
How can he? It's
just being in his energy, the loving energy vibration.
Just be what you are. And remember what you are. You are not from here, and this is okay to know. You are not from here. This is okay.
What is his original star system?
I am getting Andromeda.
Okay. Does it still exist today?
Andromeda is a very old place.
Can he go back there when he's finished here?
I'm seeing that this is a thing that is possible. There are many worlds there in Andromeda. There's such diversity. This soul has many experiences of this place. He was also connected to Pleiadians, and the Arcturians, of course, are very ancient, and we all of us work together to. This is a mission that we all of us signed up for, to help this planet. It is very much in need of this love and this help. And now you know this, all of you who are in this awakening movement.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you for yours. You are also a great being of light. You are helping others awaken, and there will be pushback from all of these grounded humans. They forget their light, and they judge, and they do not understand what you and I are doing. I would like this entity, this one known as Mike, to continue to let go of his pain. He is doing well.
Okay.
But he is feeling stuck in his life and cannot find his people to work with.
Why is that? Are they not located near him?
Yes, they are not with him.
Where are they located on this earth?
They are near. He is close to doing this. This one known as Brian is his friend and partner. Mike is very skeptical of what you call New Age ideas. He is grounded in science and spirituality, though he is aware of the merger of these things. He should, in fact, continue to work with the one known as Brian.
Have they known each other before?
Of course they have known each other.
What star system?
This is Arcturian. Arcturus. They are associates. They work on other things. This is quite humorous for me to say. because it should not be of a surprise to any of you all who you work with and why you work with. You will always find those beings that you are meant to be with.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Is he able to connect with his family from Andromeda?
Andromeda. He is always connected. This is common sense knowledge to all of you who are aware of your higher self. It is a matrix of energy, consciousness that is connected to all. You are never separated. This human platform has the illusion of the separation, but this is only for that experience of what you call separation, for the learning of duality.
I see.
This is all. He is connected, but his human consciousness is very skeptical, to his detriment at times. His cynical nature wants more concrete proof of connection, and this makes it difficult to demonstrate such things to him. He does not consciously remember what these beings look like and act like, and this is a challenge to show him these things.
Okay.
I hope that answers your inquiry.
Yes. He also wants to ask about Karen. Why does he have this energy towards her of pain and sadness and jealousy? Has he known her before?
He has known her. Karen. This is painful for him to talk about. He loves her very much. She is a great being of light. She does not remember her true nature. He knows them. He has known her before.
How do they know each other? How are they related?
I have the difficulty saying this. How does she know? There is a galactic connection. She is also a galactic, what you call a galactic being. Mike knows this. He can feel this in others. But this confuses the one called Karen. She is not open to this.
Okay.
Because she is not ready. She is not ready to know.
Okay.
Although this one has known as Karen his contact with galactic beings in what you call sleep.
Okay.
She does not remember her dreams. Mike knows of this. She has told him of these things. And they do see each other in dreams in the galactic context.
Okay.
I think I can say this, that Karen is connected to Arcturians.
Okay.
We mean Mike, has told her this. He has seen Arcturian past life of hers in his meditation. She morphed into one of these beings, the typical, what you call Arcturian, of the small stature, tall, blue beings of love and light, and very, very wise. Karen is one of these very wise beings. She has a lot of experiences.
How can he heal the pain that he has surrounding her?
He needs to recognize they have worked together before, and they will continue to work together.
Okay.
They have a bond that is beyond what you call human.
Okay.
She is, in the metaphysical community, what you would term a soulmate.
Okay.
They assist each other in their growth.
Beautiful.
Karen has volunteered to help Mike become a braver, stronger human man. But this does not always mean you will have a romantic connection, even though Mike wishes for this. It is painful for him to hear this, but it is the truth. He is not meant to do this with her.
Is there someone else for him?
There is someone else, but he needs to continue to grow. Karen will assist in this. We know he is afraid that she will stop connecting with him, but he does not need to worry of this. She loves him more than you, more than human beings can understand.
Okay.
This is often confusing for her as well, because she can feel his pain and his suffering as if it is her own, because they are very empathic to each other.
Okay.
Karen, I suppose I can say this, will continue to grow, and she will need Mike to assist in this growth.
Okay.
And the best thing that Mike can do to help Karen is love her and be her friend. They are already very good at this. He is very good at this. There is no confusion from either of them about the nature of this connection. the human consciousness is interfering with this
I see.
emotion of romance and love, because this one known as Mike has a lot of pain about this subject, and Karen is a true soulmate, and he knows that he needs this kind of partner, but she is not that partner for this life.
Okay.
She is going to continue to grow and find her own loving romantic partner, but not until she grows enough in herself.
Okay.
I can say more about her, but it is good what she is doing, and we have been giving Mike messages and guidance to assist her.
Okay, great.
Very much. And we are proud that he is listening and that she is open enough to receive his assistance, because she is very skeptical about what Mike speaks about. He only is trying to help someone he loves very much. A love that transcends what you call physical life.
Okay.
That is all I wish to say.
Can we do a body scan as I ask these questions, please?
You may do this.
Keeps getting patterns of unrequited love.
Unrequited love.
Yes.
Yes.
Time and time again, he feels like he's passed over.
Yes.
What's the reason? He thinks it's torture.
It is torture in the physical sense that he is constantly being what you call, it's a metaphor, a carrot is dangled in front of you. You can never have it. You cannot have this, what you want. He very much wants his spiritual equal, his spiritual partner, to work with him on this mission to raise the consciousness of human beings, for they need help. Why has he been denied this? I'm seeing the past life stuff. He has hurt others in a similar fashion.
Okay.
He has denied love to those who were very much in love with him. And he did not know. He did not know what he had done.
So was he choosing it for this life of learning?
He chose this to understand the pain that he has created for these others who wished for a connection in the romantic sense with him. He knows this too. We have shown him why he is being denied over and over and over again. He is told and shown this. He has been asking if this is necessary to be what he calls tortured, but we do not call it this. We call it understanding and learning. He is learning to be empathetic for those who have not been loved. For he has experienced a tremendous amount of this lack of love in his life.
So has he learned the lesson?
He has learned this.
So is he allowed to have someone into his life now in a romantic sense?
He needs this because if he suffers much longer, we fear he will leave this physical form. He was very close to doing this already. In particular with Karen. She does not know this, but it hurt him so much that he was ready to leave. He does not want this pain anymore.
Can we get some assistance from the archangels to assist with this heart chakra?
Yes, he is very close to Michael, Archangel Michael. He calls on him at times. He loves him, but even though his human mind doesn't understand these things, he loves him. Michael is his angel.
We ask him to come in and to assist in sending some light to his heart chakra.
Michael is always with him. They have the same name for a reason.
Okay, beautiful.
Michael.
Is he here now?
Michael is here.
Okay. Can you send some light to his heart chakra? Filling that space with love and unconditional love for Karen.
Michael. He is sending. It is a white light, which is odd. I think Michael is blue. It is a white light. Karen will feel this as well, but she will not understand this. She does not believe in this stuff. She does not believe.
Can we check his other chakras to see if there's any other clogs? Any darkness in any of the other chakras?
He knows the solar plexus is a point of very much a point of pain. It hurts him so much when those that he loves on a deep soul level hurt him. When they are in pain, he takes their pain and puts it there.
Should he do that?
He does not need to do this. He does this because he wants to help them. He wants them to be free of their pain. He is unconditionally loving in this way.
Can we send some light there to the solar plexus, please?
Yes, we can do this.
Beautiful.
He resists because he thinks, which is rather foolish, that he can do this on his own, that he has the ability to heal others. He does have this ability. Karen knows this. She has seen how she feels when they talk. She communicates her pain, and he typically will not take it on. He will release it to the light for healing. It is good that she talks it out. She has held back too much of her own pain.
Okay. With the body scan, can we find if there's anything else that we need to remove today? Does he have any attachments on his body?
There may be. I think work will need to continue with the heart and the solar plexus. He is very much wounded here. I do not see how far back this goes. But it is a very, very long-standing ancient with him. I will continue to send energy, and Michael will work with him.
Is there any crystals that he needs to help assist him?
He has had the yellow crystals. Magenta Pixie has told him of this. He has some of these crystals at his workplace, but his mind, human mind, does not believe in this so much, but we suggest doing this. Hold these things, carry them in your pocket, if you will. This will help. It is the intent that is the power. The crystal is a tool. He knows of this and is very much okay with that. There is something in the body. He is concerned with his eye. The left eye is... something is there.
Okay, let's zone in on that energy and find out what's there.
I do not see very clear with this form. It is some limitation with him. But I can communicate clearly through his words.
Okay.
And feelings. He feels everything clearly.
Okay.
His eye. We try to communicate with him through writing. He is good at this. He is a channel for writing and speaking. The eye. What is the eye? It appears to be an implant, I think.
Is it from the light or from something?
It is not of the light. It is of dark, I think. It is extraterrestrial, as you would call this. Gray beings. They do not like him doing things of the light. We find this funny because they can't stop it. This light is too powerful. The beings of the dark, they are of the light as well, but they have chosen to forget. They cannot stop.
Can we remove this implant today?
It is like a gnat. We can swat this away as if it is nothing.
All right.
They are attempting. We will explain this because it may help others with such things, and there are many of you, not even of the light worker community, that have these attachments and implants because they wish those of the dark, as you call them, to interfere, to prevent, to stop the process. Many of these things in them to stop this, but it is easy to remove them.
How do we do that?
First, you must believe that you can remove them. You must also acknowledge that it is a possibility that such things can happen. But human beings are very skeptical and do not believe that they can do this. They do not believe that there are implants in the body.
So just asking for them to be removed, they will be?
You can ask, and they will be removed.
Okay.
This one in the eye is attempting to put fear in him that he is out of control of the physical form, but the physical form does respond to your beliefs and your emotions. You all in this light worker community know this.
Mm-hmm.
Some of you know it's on a deeper level. Some of you know it on a superficial level, like this one, as known as Mike. He is not very firmly into this idea, but he knows intent changes things.
Mm-hmm.
So, wish to remove this, it is removed
Beautiful.
in this eye.
What's the strange marks and bruises on his body after he wakes up? What's that from?
It is a calling card of his galactic connection. Some of these marks are the marks of beings of light.
Mm-hmm.
Saying, hey, hello,
Okay.
we know you, we have seen you, we are checking on you,
Mm-hmm.
we left a mark, a bruise, so that you know we are with you.
Okay.
It does not cause any harm
Great.
to the body in any way. Some marks are those beings trying to manipulate and interfere with what this being is here to do, which is the same as you all are doing, of the light, to raise vibration.
Is his weight at a healthy weight?
Mike has always been healthy.
Okay.
He is a very high, and this is emotional for him. We will wait till he can absorb what we are about to say.
Mm-hmm.
He is a very high frequency being, and as such, his physical form has difficulty being dense. He knows this, and it is hard for him to acknowledge because he wants to be, quote, a normal being, but he will never be normal in that sense of the word. His body is normal for what he is and what he carries. He carries frequencies of a higher realm. Now, he has fretted over his diet and what he should eat. His form needs dense things to
ground him in his body?
Yes, to ground him, because if he does not do this, he will die. He will perish. This form has a difficult time even being here as it is. We had a lot of work cut out for us to make this a possibility. He is, in that sense of the word, a miracle of form. And for him to acknowledge this will help him. We know that many of you in the community are eating lighter, and this is good for you to do so. But you must know there are always exceptions.
Okay.
And Mike is one of these. as crazy as this may sound, but he is trying to eat what you call clean.
Mm-hmm.
His form does not like processed foods.
Mm-hmm.
This is a low vibration food. It does not like sugar.
Okay.
It is not good for him. He does defy the traditional form of higher vibration food. He is benefiting from meat.
Okay.
This is painful for some to hear, but this is necessary for certain what we call energy matrix. His energy matrix is not the same.
Okay.
And it is challenging for him to accept because he wishes to be like his brethren, his friends of the community. But they do not always understand
Okay.
his energy requirements. He must eat, if he must eat this meat, he must eat what is clean.
Okay.
Do not eat, if you can, avoid harm. Energy is exchanged with all food.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is alive.
Mm-hmm.
Plants are alive. Animals are alive. They carry a lot of energy. But it is what you call the treatment of these beings that creates the pain. And he is feeling this now.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot harm beings without it
Mm-hmm.
being absorbed in your body. This is why it is generally good advice to eat what you call vegetarian.
Okay.
Because the plants are most often treated neutral with kindness.
Okay.
Mike, sorry, go ahead.
Is he exercising enough?
Mike is exercising enough for what his form will permit.
Okay.
He cannot, or will he ever be, what you would call physically powerful. He cannot hold that energy.
Okay.
His form is very fragile. His friend Karen even jokes about this. She knows his form requires certain types of food. Mike is eating what works for him, and he does not have judgment for anyone, what they do.
Great.
This requirement for food will not be forever in the human reality. You already know this.
Mm-hmm.
He will, all of you will not eat anything. You will be energy.
Mm-hmm.
There will be no requirement. We are in transition, and those of you that are doing these things, listening to your form,
Okay.
yes, this is correct. You are all doing what you should. I do not wish to cause frustration in anyone who hears or may hear this. I love you all equally. I am not the human consciousness saying this. I am part of the collective of all it is. And you are all loved very much.
Thank you.
And you are all doing very well. With regards to your query of exercise, this again is unique to each physical form because some forms require strenuous physical exercise, weightlifting of such things.
Mm-hmm.
Some, as this form, Mike, cannot do that.
Okay.
He does not absorb enough energy in the physical sense that allows his form to do that. Mm-hmm. It is hard enough for him to be alive here. He does not wish to be here longer than is necessary.
Mm-hmm.
So the biking he is doing is good. The physical body weight exercise is good. He knows what he should do and when he should do it.
What about his nosebleeds? Why did he get those?
Nosebleeds.
And sinus congestion. What's that from?
Sinus congestion. This is a consequence of who he is.
Mm-hmm.
He is... we would call this... He is barely a physical being.
Mm.
He is just barely here physically.
Mm-hmm.
This is a side effect of that challenging structure. He is doing well.
Mm-hmm.
He uses what is called a neti pot
Mm-hmm.
to clear the sinuses. This helps.
Mm-hmm.
He should not be worried about this. His
Okay.
form is okay. We are always with him. We are an energy that is only love.
Mm-hmm.
And we will make sure that he is okay.
Okay, thank you.
You are most welcome.
Is he meditating enough? How, every day is he meditating?
He knows the answer to this,
Mm-hmm.
but we will tell him, for he is a skeptical
Mm-hmm.
man. Mike does not need to meditate very much. He is always with us. He is always... We laugh because
Mm-hmm.
he knows this, and when he tries to meditate, he gains very little because he is already...
Okay, in that vibration already.
Yes, but he does meditate a few times a week, once a month. It varies with him. It depends on what his needs are in the moment. Recently, he did meditate powerfully on the 11 gateway.
Mm-hmm.
He is ready to release this pain, and he did release a lot, but this is why we brought him here.
Mm-hmm.
He is on the verge of tears, but we are telling him now because he will need to hear. You were brought here with Aurora because you are so close to leaving the physical form that night, and you know that you cannot do this yet.
Mm-hmm.
You have work to do, and you are barely here as it is. So we are telling you, we allowed you and guided you to be here.
Beautiful.
Because you have written a poem about this, that sometimes you are hanging on by a thread, but a thread is all that you need, and you are a divine thread.
Mm-hmm.
And your tears is confirmation.
Mm-hmm.
This is confirmation of that. So, you hang on to your thread. There are many like you who do this as well.
Mm-hmm.
And we are with them all. We are with all of them. Thank you. Thank you all. For you are very strong beings. You have a brother, isn't he? is Nate. He is doing this as well. He needs to hear this. He is hanging on by a thread. But this thread is extremely powerful. You do not like it here either, my brother. He's feeling his pain.
Can we send some help to me?
It's very, very deep. Mike knows it. But he has not felt the depth. We will send him the love.
Okay.
He always has this. We have always said it. But he does not believe he is worthy. But he is. This is a belief many of you have. But it is not the truth. The truth is you are loved. Because you are love. You have never been separated from that. And this is known intellectually by many, but not felt by many. This is what we are here to change. You must change this.
Right.
Many are suffering, and they must be removed from this suffering. And I will send, when I say I am not one being, I am a part of all that is. This is what you are. My brother, known as Nate, you are this love. And you need to remember this. Always.
Is he here to help Marin, the 5-year-old, as well?
Marin is.
Marin.
The name is okay. Mike is helping her. He already knows this. Mike is like an angel. His energy is like this. It's hard for him to hear this because he feels like nothing as a human, but he is connected to what you call the angelic realm.
Beautiful.
He is one of them. However, Marin is here to continue the work that so many of you are doing. Her parents know on a soul level who Mike is. In fact, many who meet him know this as well. He is a pure light. He is an innocent light. He has an innocence, a childlike innocence of him. This is why he works with children. Children are pure souls that have not been they have not been bombarded with the pain and the suffering that the rest of the humans have taken on. He is a bridge to these souls who have felt this pain. He will work with Marin to continue to help her be the beautiful light that she is. She is a soulmate to Mike. The family that he works with, Marin's parents, Andrea and Mark, our soul family, of course. This is why they feel like home, and he spends a lot of time with them. It is common sense, if you think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Marin has Mike's heart, and will always have it. For he is like a third parent.
Mm-hmm.
He will parent her in the way that he can, as a guiding light,
Okay.
to protect her from the dark things that the world tries to push. These things are very prevalent, and we must protect the children.
Yes.
They have, as you know, a different DNA.
Mm-hmm.
They have come in with
12 strands?
yes, 12 strands. Mike doesn't understand that, but he doesn't need to. He just knows that he must protect the children. He does not wish for any child to feel the pain that he has experienced. As a child, his life was very difficult.
Mm-hmm.
His form was very, and is very fragile.
So was that for a reason that he chose the family to come into?
Yes, he
Mhm.
chose. He came to heal.
Mm-hmm.
He came to heal the child abuse and to forgive what she has done. We are very proud of him.
Indeed.
He is a powerful being to do this. And some of his friends do not even understand how he can do that.
Mm-hmm.
But he has done that not just for him, but for generations of humans. These humans need help. They do not know how to forgive.
Mm-hmm.
Forgiveness
It's a way
is
he
difficult.
doesn't- Yeah.
They believe it is weak, but it is weak not to
Yeah.
forgive, because forgiveness will connect you to yourself,
Mm-hmm.
which is love. I am saying this because I know it will be heard by those who need to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
This body is vibrating. It's not. It's having a hard time
Mm-hmm.
with this energy.
So we can wrap it up. Is there anything else that he has to hear that's important?
This body can handle it. You do not need to wrap it up, but we feel it is getting to that point for you are tired as well.
Yes.
And we feel that and are sending you love and light
Thank you.
because you do not realize how wonderful and powerful that you are. This man in front of you does not know it. He is very shy,
Mm-hmm.
but you are doing great work, and you must continue.
Okay. Thank you.
You do not. We think you should ask for more money for this, and you will do this as you grow.
Okay. Yeah.
I hope you do not mind us telling you this is a great service that you are providing. This is important. Please do not doubt what you are doing.
Okay.
I don't know if you do doubt, but we feel that you do sometimes.
Yes, I don't stay busy enough. Yes.
You do not need to stay busy. It is quality over quantity. And this is all right.
Okay.
Don't force it. It will come. This place is beautiful, but it is not the place. It is you. It is the person. I do not know if you have thought of travel to do this work, much like the one you know as Alba. But she does this. You can do this too.
Okay.
It will work. You are doing well.
Thank you.
I am very grateful for you. And you are welcome.
Is there anyone that he knows that he should send to me as well?
That I know. That
Mike knows?
As a client, he will find them.
Okay.
He will.
Okay, beautiful.
This is no problem. He has some people in mind, but they are not ready to benefit from what you are offering. Because what you are offering is of a higher level than traditional therapy. This is the work of the future. And you know this.
Yes.
You do not need to be told this. We know that the last question is on the list. It has to do with the father. Is this true? What is the...
Does his father have any messages for him?
Yes, we can get his father. We have found him.
Is he in another body or is he in energy form?
His name is Dan. His energy is very peaceful. He has transitioned to the other side. In what you call 2017. His passing was part of a contract, but the family doesn't understand this. He is at peace. For Daniel knows this now, and he is with all of you. He loves you very much, and you all know this. You feel him. This body feels it now. He is always with you. For separation is not possible in that sense. For if he has a message, it is this: that you are always loved. I am with you always. You do not need to doubt what you are doing. He could say more, but I don't think he wants to interfere with the growth that they need to experience.
I see.
But Mike knows of these contracts that each of them are going through because he is connected and he can articulate these things.
Okay.
He left what we would call early so that each of those left would grow in the way they needed to.
Okay.
He was when he was here, he was taking care of everything. And that needed to be done. But now each of the children and his wife, this one's mother, known as Roxanne, must take the torch and grow. And she has grown very much. And we are proud. And he is very proud of her for doing this. She does not know how powerful she has become and how powerful she is. And Nate, we know he is hurt by what has happened and how it has happened. I will get Daniel to say what needs to be said to him because they have not had a chance to reconcile. Nathan, you are my son. You will always be my son. Nothing can change that. Whether I'm here or I am not here. You are loved so much, and I could not articulate that as a human being in that form. For you see, I had a difficult childhood, much like you. My mother never taught me how to show that. And so it was very difficult for me to show that and express that in a way that you would understand. I tried to do this in my later years as all of your brothers moved out. I understood what it meant to be a father. And I was so proud of you because you grew into a fine young man. You are so capable, and you just don't believe that you are. You've taken the physical fitness training that I did and have taken it so far. I wish that you will continue to do this because you are physically powerful in a way that I could not be. And you have much to teach about this, and you know that. Why do you think you are so good at this? I am one of your guides in this, and I am proud to be that for you. Because you need help with that. I've never left you. You say that I abandoned you, and you feel abandoned. But I never did. Not in the sense that I love you. That will never change. And it hurts for me to hear you say this about what happened. I feel all of it, for I cannot not feel what you are going through. I only did what my human consciousness was capable of doing. I did not know how much pain I caused you, and that is something I regret now. For I'm very sorry that this happened to you. I was only doing what I thought was best by helping you find a home, because you did not tell me what you wanted, or if you did, what you wanted was not possible. You could not keep staying in that house. We had to move. I had to move because at a soul level, I knew I wasn't going to be on this plane of reality much longer. And I needed to do this to create, on a soul level, the opportunity for all of you, my children, and my wife, who I love so very much, to grow. And I miss you all terribly on that level. You do not know this, but I do. It is very painful to connect and remember that pain. I was not ready to leave. I was trying to build a future for my wife and my children. And I was proud of what I accomplished as a human. I was a very capable man. And my son, Mike, he knows this, and he looks up to me. And I feel that, and I love him for that. All of my children have taken one of my unique traits and run with it, and I'm proud of this. Nathan is intellectual and powerful, physically strong. He is a very deep thinker. I am also. Michael, he is angelic. He is very angelic. This is something I wish that I was, but I was not this. He is in tune with the realms that I am working with now. And I am proud to say that he is one of my teachers now on this plane. For I have taught him everything I know about computers and technology. And I'm proud of him for stepping up and helping my wife. She needs his guidance, and he is very capable, for I'm also guiding him as a human, which is very difficult for Mike. He is not from here, and he does not like being human. We all know this, and we are proud. For my son, Matthew, he's so much pain in him. And I'm trying so much from this side to help him. Matthew, I love you so much. You are a great being, but you are hurting physically and mentally. You do not want to accept that you have a mental illness. It is called schizophrenia. This is what causes your pain and your demons. When I was with you physically, I tried to assist you in seeking treatment, but I couldn't be there long enough to follow through with this, and I tried to be a buffer between you and your mother, because what you are doing is hurting her more than you know. She loves you with all her heart, just like I do. And I love you all the same. But Nathan, you are resentful of Matt. It's not a matter of who loves who more. Matthew he has a mental illness. He needs more help because he is barely here. Not in the same sense like Michael. Michael is here barely in the physical, but his energy is very strong. Matthew is barely here on many levels, but he needs to be here because he is a pure soul. He's connected to the earth like a shaman. He can be that if he can heal his mind and connect to his spirituality. He is very grounded to the earth. He's an old soul. He's been here many times as a human. Michael has not. Nathan, you are a galactic being as well as your brother, Mike. You are galactic. But I am helping you, and I will continue to help you. You just need to believe in yourself and follow your brother Michael's example. He's here to teach you that it's possible. You can do it. It is okay to be upset with me because I can take it. And I come to you in dreams many times, and I know you want to hurt me, and you try to crush me and hit my face and do all these things. But that is okay. You cannot hurt me. I can only love you now, and I'm ready to help you heal when you are ready. And you started to do so. I came to you in that dream. That was me. I did tell you we're always here for you. It is true. So, continue to open your heart. You're going to be okay. It's going to be okay.
Thank you for assisting him today.
You're welcome.
And coming in with messages for the family.
I'm always with them. I'm always with you all. I'm very proud of you. And we will connect here again. There is no time. I love you. I must go now and let this body return to its self, known as Mike. Thank you.